The first stop on my solo trip through Puglia was Monopoli, a quiet port town with beautiful beaches. You can walk along the coast and get crystal blue coves all to yourself or with a few others. There's also a bustling town centre, especially in the evenings. If this isn't the best ice cream I've tasted in my life, it's definitely the best I've had in a while. It's so good. The next morning, I woke up to explore the town. It felt like everything held some history, from the blue fisherman boats to the old town walls. I decided to dig deeper into the regional culture through the food. So I just got octopus bichia, I think that's how you pronounce it. Forgive me for mispronunciations. And chips, and they've just bought the chips, and it's like such a massive portion. I'm like, oh my god. It tastes like pizza, like octopus pizza, so well seasoned as well. That was such a good meal. It got so busy that when I was leaving, they were like having to turn people down and tell people they could only sit inside because they're full outside, so really popular. Also, only Italians would put octopus in a sandwich and call that fast food, because that for me is gourmet. After cheekily grabbing my second gelato of the trip in less than 24 hours, I headed to my next stop in Puglia that I was so excited for. Admittedly, this town is super busy because of the stunning beach. It's so beautiful, but a little Instagram versus reality moment. The beach is actually quite rocky, so it's not the most comfortable to lie down on, and it's a bit of a chore to wade into the water without water shoes. That being said, everyone was good vibes. One of the famous snacks to get here is special coffee. It's basically a coffee mixed with some almond sweetness. I paired it with a strawberry granita and it was a match made in heaven. To end the day, I decided to catch sunset, and the sunset here was sublime. Hey, good morning. So it's about 7:41 right now, and we are in Monopoli. It is the best time to see the city when it's still really quiet. To be fair, the city is never too busy, especially at off-peak and shoulder season, but the streets are basically empty, and you can just go around and just see the beauty of this amazing and quiet town. After saying goodbye to Monopoli, I hopped onto a bus to my next stop in Puglia, and this might be one you may recognize. Alberobello is a UNESCO World Heritage Site filled with trulli. Trulli are houses made with these cone-like roofs. Apparently this was done in the 14th century to make the houses easily collapsible so that inhabitants could evade settlement tax. Now they just look like really adorable hobbit houses. It is really busy here, but to be expected. There's no shade. No shade. To escape the intense sun reflecting off all the white walls, I dipped into this wine bar where a lady poured me some orange wine, paired some cheese and meat cuts. Exactly what the doctor ordered. Let's do a cheeky room tour. So this is my trello or trelli. One of them is plural, one of them is singular. But actually I have plurals. I have 1, 2, 3 rooms. because I obviously need that space. No, because traditionally they're quite small. So I think to have like a really comfortable hotel room, you need to have multiple put together. In front, I have 2 seats, and then I have like 2 reclining chairs. Obviously, this is a room for 2 people, but 1 person. And also, like, this corner in general is mine. Like, no one else is staying in this corner. It is so quiet. I almost want to whisper, but look how beautiful it is. And then this is the door. So welcome to mi casa. When you enter in, this is where you tap the key, by the way. It doesn't look obvious, but this is where you tap the key and it lets you in. It's so cool. But I'm just gonna, so the first room is like a little kind of sitting lounge room situation. She got this couch. I actually slept here for an hour because I was so tired after Alberobello, but now I'm revived. You have a little wine corner. It's so cute, and they give you umbrellas. But hopefully you don't come here when it's raining, because I just feel like the rain would spoil the whole atmosphere. You then have this cupboard. It has a safe and a mini bar. Best believe I've already tacked the Coke in there. And this is what the ceiling looks like. It's really hard to see in camera, but there's a dip here because the ceiling slants up to the dip. So this is the first kind of trello. And then you come all the way down to the second room. There is, on my way, a wardrobe to my right. And then you go into the room. Firstly, on the right, there is this little desk area. It's very, very cute. So cute. And there's a little TV right next to it and some more cabinets. There's also a mirror when you enter in. Then we have the bed. This is the bed. It's very big and comfy. And this is the second room. Now, the third room, we have the bathroom. So you got the sink, you got a chair, toilets, and you have your showers. And then you have to start the show. Me. The next morning, I made good use of the peaceful hotel grounds before heading to my next stop on this Puglia trip. So after taking a short nap, I decided to walk around Ostuni. It's meant to be the white city, so we need to find some white walls. I've put on my sunglasses because yesterday I actually burnt my eyes in Alberobello. I didn't realise how much the sun reflecting off the white houses was affecting my eyes until when I had lunch, came back outside, and I was like, wow, it's really harsh. Had a nap, wake up, and one of my eyes was swollen and it was tearing up. It is sounded like it's about to thunderstorm though, so let's see what we can see in the time that we have. I can't believe I'm able to kind of stroll around these streets and there's groups of people around me. There are people, it's not empty, but it's also not really busy. And it's 30th May today, so it's just interesting how much Puglia is just that place to come if you want to avoid the crowds. I want to say crowds, like the packed crowds, the masses of crowds you find in other popular places in Italy. It's so peaceful when you actually just take your time, eat ice cream and walk around. For dinner, I headed to one of the most popular spots in all of Puglia, Here I was able to try the regional pasta, which is round with a dome in the middle. It wasn't my fave, and the sunset wasn't great either, but I still think Ostuni is worth the visit. Oh, and paying for a room with this pool was so worth it. The last stop of my Puglia trip was Lecce. It's considered the Florence of the South. Here, a lot of the hotels are actually palazzos, old family palaces handed down through generations. At this one, I was welcomed by the owner with a sweet coffee and almond snack. I'm realizing that people in Pula really love almonds. Anyways, it felt like I was truly welcomed into someone's home. Hey guys, it's Abna here. And as we get to the end of this vlog, I thought I'll speak to the camera for a little bit, just so that you guys can touch base with me. It's currently 4 o'clock. I've taken my daily nap in the afternoon. If you do not know already, in Italy they usually have siesta, so lunch is from 12 to 2, and after 2 o'clock, a lot of restaurants and bars and whatnot close. And I get it, because when you're out at 12, it's super hot and the sun literally drains and zaps the energy from you. So every single day I've been taking a nap and then going out later in the afternoon. And because the days are long as well, the sun is setting at 8 p.m. and we're at the end of May. So I can imagine in like June, July, August in peak season, you know, the sun sets at 10 and you literally have, you know, the late afternoon, early evening to explore, and it's a lot less hot. So early afternoon naps are key. I would also just say that like Puglia as a region is a place I would come to when I've been to other parts of Italy before. So I feel like if you're coming to Italy for the first time, you should definitely do kind of, you know, the bucket list places like Rome and Venice, like Como and Florence. But I feel like if you've done Italy before or multiple times, you want to avoid a crowd so Italy can get packed. I think Puglia is perfect. I've not been anywhere except for polignano and mare, where that was quite crowded, but apart from that there's no place I've been to on this trip where I'm like, wow, there's too many people, it's so crowded. It's felt like I've had room and space to breathe. I would also say the food here, whilst it's been amazing, is very regional, and so I've discovered like different types of food. But if you're looking for like a cheeky carbonara, if you're looking for a cheeky kind of just like a bog standard, I don't know, a normal pizza or something like that, you will find it here, but it's not their speciality. I've obviously done this without a car, and I've gone to the easiest place to get to without a car, and I've not felt like I've missed out on my experience. But I do know renting a car is a lot easier, and a lot of hotels I've been to, they almost assume that you've rented a car. I had to take a taxi when I was in Alberobello to my hotel, and it was expensive. It was like for a 30-minute ride, I paid like 85 euros, and it was so painful to pay that, but it was the only way that I could get to Borgo Canonica, which I enjoyed that stay. But just to let you know that like if you do go off the train tracks, I mean if you go on a route that goes off the train tracks, or you choose a hotel that's in the middle of the countryside, you will pay a hefty figure to get there. But I feel like Monopoli was the perfect base, and I could have based myself on Monopoli for the whole trip, because even I'm here in Lecce right now, and the train line that goes between Lecce and Bali goes through Monopoli, goes through Polignano, goes through everything. Alberobello, you can do it as a day trip on the bus from Monopoli. So I feel like Monopoli is a key place to be based.